I'm someone that likes somebody who treat people genuinely from the depths of their hearts. He was in St. Elizabeth. Guys, can you imagine? He went there for his campaign in St. Elizabeth. And what did I see? Only for me to see this guy. Guys, he was pushing. In fact, the people that are following him, one guy came, he wanted to hug this guy. They were pushing that guy. Tell me, since you are watching Mr. Holiness or Mr. Holiness of Jamaica, have you ever in any way see that there is somebody who want to come greet him or hug him or shake him and people are pushing him away? This guy, this Goldigger or Golden or whatsoever, carrying crowd, going for his campaign, and the way they were pushing this guy, I said no.
I saw the PNP them done some fool, you know.
It's time to step up and get busy and get wicked on them too. Why you think this thing all come easy? You're fooling yourself. Nah, come easy, they right. Nah, give up this so easy.
This is blatant hypocrisy.
Good day. I am Dr. Dayton, Campbell, General Secretary of the People's National Party. I'm issuing a grave warning. Prime Minister Holness and his JLB cabinet are accelerating Jamaica's drift towards autocracy.
Autocracy.
Their recent actions reveal a deliberate, unmistakable pattern. The mask has fully slipped. The JLP leadership's conduct shows dangerous contempt for democracy.
Democracy.
When their deputy leader vows to never surrender Jamaica, framing the PNP not as legitimate competitors, but as an existential enemy, that signals an intent for permanent rule, not democratic governance. And when the Prime Minister himself declares the JLP doesn't need the opposition for accountability, that dismisses Parliament's constitutional role. It rejects checks and balances. It's the language of a leader who believes he's beyond scrutiny. A hallmark of authoritarianism. This is a clear and present danger. The Holness Cabinet's actions are a systematic assault on the pillars of our free society. Therefore, the PNP will relentlessly challenge the autocratic trajectory using every constitutional means at our disposal. I urge civil society, the media, and every Jamaican who values fairness and accountability. Recognize this threat, stand firm. Jamaica's democracy must be defended. Thank you.
With all the fake news that is being created and circulated, to create a certain perspective, to ride and rile up discontent with falsehood, to play on your emotion and to trick you.
Reverse the order, somebody said. Reverse the curse. Yeah. Reverse the order. Somebody reverse the curse.
Dr. Andrew Holness had warned the people of Jamaica that the PNP would be doing exactly what you saw Dayton Campbell, or you heard Dayton Campbell doing a while ago. It is such an ironic situation that they have the background, African background music playing while they betray their own Jamaican brother, trying to bring back the son of slave owners to come and rule over the Jamaican people. What a piece of betrayal. But I could talk about Dayton Campbell talking point them real quick. Notice the drums in the background. It's a symbol of a call to action, falsely accusing the government of becoming an autocracy or a dictator. False claim of an assault on democracy by Dr. Andrew Holness. Desmond McKenzie talk about the fact that we're not going to surrender to the bully opposition party. We're not going to allow them to defeat a good government with lies and accusations. They interpreted that to mean that we're trying to somehow stop or block democracy. Blatant lies. The disinformation by drawing false and illogical conclusions about what Dr. Andrew Holness meant when he said that the JLP, they don't need an opposition to hold them accountable. Effectively, that's what he said. Because the people who support the JLP, they talk to him about the things that they need fixed. And when they're done, they still turn around and say, we love you. So what he's saying is that we don't need the opposition to push us to perform. The people who support the Jamaica Labour Party, they push us.
Jamaica Labour Party workers are not fanatics. They don't believe in following blindly. The Jamaica Labour Party workers, they are very direct. I've always experienced this. Driving through a community and obviously a supporter, she will come out of our house and she will cuss me. She say, you see me road? You see me road? Me not the water. And then after she finished cuss me out, she hugged me up and said, me love you, you see? Me love. But that is the nature of the Jamaica Labour Party supporter. We don't really need an opposition because our supporters hold us to account. In fact, our supporters are our staunchest constructive critics. And I've grown to respect and understand that.
This is how desperate PNP is. Mark Golding also doubled down on this foolishness in the Gleaner. But JLP, for want of a better term, is disregarding the work of the opposition, knowing fully well that the opposition party is full of nonsense. They're basing their arguments about wanting to stop democracy or trying to become a dictatorship by their own false conclusions, by mischaracterizing and misrepresenting what the Prime Minister said and what Desmond Mackenzie said. And notice how they're using the opportunity to rally their base, the civic group them, the foolish comrades them, the unsuspecting Jamaicans, to support their lies and the false narratives. Jamaica people, do not fall for the foolishness. While PNP busy tell a bag of lie, Andrew Holness continues to achieve at the highest level. So big up to Dr. Andrew Holness, who is now the CARICOM leader. This achievement did not come about because he was great at lying and accusing. It came about because he's a performer who not only stands out in Jamaica, but in the Caribbean and around the world. So make them continue to lie. Jamaican people will not be distracted. Craig Oates, Lawrence Rowe, Ken Roy, Kalami, and all of the comrades them will decide say, oh no, choose Jamaica, put Jamaica first by turning away from the PNP to join the JLP in nation building. Oh no, big up on yourself. Welcome.
Craig Oates has been a fixture on the JLP campaign circuit in Western Jamaica in recent months. It was an open secret that this former comrade, seen dancing in a viral social media video alongside PNP President Mark Golding in 2024, had moved on from the opposition party. On Sunday, Oates told the crowd at a meeting of JLP workers at Bethel Primary and Junior High School in Eastern Hanover that he had applied to become an official member of the Labour Party. Oates, a former policeman, told Nationwide News that he left the PNP because forces in the party tried to undermine him.
What led me to come over to the Jamaica Labour Party was that I experienced firsthand discrimination, bad treatment, and apart from that, they try to mar my character and my reputation in a very subtle way. And I don't think that is something that I wanted to continue. And most importantly, I spent at least $7 million that went down the drain, and I did not get a call from the leader of the party, Mark Golding. I did not get a call from the General Secretary, Dayton, Campbell, or any other senior members. It is in recent time I've seen persons now calling.
Oates says claims of corruption inside the Hanover Municipal Corporation also spurred his decision to ditch the PNP. He says if Mark Golding was indeed serious about fighting corruption, he would call for a probe into the dealings at the corporation. Oates says no one can accuse him of betrayal, noting that former PNP stalwarts like the late Dr. D.K. Duncan have also had cause to walk out on the PNP. Dr. Duncan left the PNP to join the Bruce Golding-led National Democratic Movement. Oates says many people have switched parties over the years, noting that people shouldn't be afraid to seek the right vehicle for their ambitions.
So we are saying to PNP supporters, do not be selective when you're saying people switch. And we are saying to people who believe that they're afraid to switch, don't be afraid. So Lawrence Rowan at Central Kingston switch, Craig Oates switch, Ken Calam switch, and we are saying many others are switch. Them probably not come out publicly, but they are switching.
Meanwhile, Kenroy Kalami says after observing how the JLP does their politics, it was an easy decision to leave the PNP behind. Dana Davy for Nationwide News.
Since them I use African music, make we join for African music too. This is a call to action. All well-thinking Jamaicans, make sure you get ready to go out and vote. PNP have been on a disinformation campaign, lying to the people, telling blatant lies, subtle lies, overt lies, covert lies, any lie, in their desperate bid to take state power. This is dangerous, and people of Jamaica, be careful. It's a systematic attack going on, you know. You see the Don Anderson polls. Look on the PNP page, all of them sending out all of these messages to the Jamaican people. You see them now pushing back at the Governor General for intervening where the IC Act is concerned. It is happening just like me telling you a couple days ago, say it's going to happen. They are not going to give up. This is the lifeblood of the PNP being exposed right before the nation, and the people of Jamaica must be aware of how dangerous they are. The fear of losing the election for the third consecutive term for the first time in their history, coupled with the worst opposition leader Jamaica has ever seen. The blood hungry, you hear them talk about them a blood and fire comrade. It simply means to say, just like what Mark Golding said, forget wicked upon them. It's like them willing to shed blood and burn down Jamaica and rule over the ashes. But we will let democracy work for us. We will go out and vote JLP. We will go out and choose Jamaica. Rise up, Jamaicans, and do what's right. Put Jamaica first. Vote JLP. All PNP, you know, hear Craig Oates' testimony already. Craig Oates is a real patriot. A patriot is a person who loves their country and put their country above their politics. This is not what the PNP is known for. You hear what Kalami say? When him look on the values of the JLP, the switch has been easy, so we want more people to come over. Ian Miles do it. Venetia do it. Garfield James did it. A whole lot more people should be doing it and talking about it publicly. This is the time to stand up for country, to put country above party. On step up, comrades, and let your voices be heard. Choose the JLP. Choose Jamaica. Jamaicans, we are self-respecting people. So, no stay in a PNP for experience what Craig Oates experience. Craig Oates lose him 7 point something mil, and Gensec no call him Mark Golding no call him. Then just choose somebody who them think them want, even when there is no traction there. Run out of the bad treatment, run from the bad treatment, the discrimination and the character assassination. Craig Oates go through it already. You know, see, I saw them do. And the same thing, you know, them I try to do with Dr. Andrew Holness. So Jamaican people, it is up to us now to stand up for country to ensure that this foolishness does not cost us the election.
People of Jamaica, put your head beside the bell. PNP, me now vote because Andrew is the best in Jamaica.